Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here at $3.03. And everybody's wondering what's going on with XRP. Why is it not blasting off? We're not in alt season yet, and we're still following the rest of the market. Look at the chart for Bitcoin. It looks very similar to the chart for XRP. And Bitcoin is still sitting under 116K. I'm just waiting for the breakout to begin. Everybody was expecting us to continue upward. You got to remember, the Fed just hinted at cutting rates. He didn't actually cut rates yet, and the market pumped because of that. XRP, the Ripple versus SEC case, is now over. I think the recovery on the price of XRP can begin now. But it's going to take time to recover. We're just not quite there yet. And look at the Bitcoin dominance chart right now. It's still dropping. Everybody's saying we are in ETH season still. And you could see we're not in alt season yet. But we are watching this chart rise. It's now at 52. Once we get above 75, then we can officially say it is alt season. But it's going to happen. All you got to do is nothing until the breakout begins. Everybody's so frustrated. It's like they want it to be up only, and that just doesn't happen in crypto. Pullbacks happen, sideways action happens, and it all leads us to the parabolic moves that come later. And even Gordon says XRP versus Bitcoin is about to smash through its 8-year downtrend. 6+ spot XRP ETFs approvals coming. Partnerships with Japan's SBI Holdings. The Ripple SEC case has officially ended. XRP Ledger massive upgrades coming. If there's one large cap which is about to pump hard, it's gonna be XRP. I'm telling you, the best return on investment is going to come from XRP. This run is going to be unlike anything we have ever seen before. CTO David Schwartz issues expert reaction amid Fed-driven market rally. David says, I think this is a sign that market cares more about the potential for long-term growth than short-term revenue. And I agree with that. You know, everybody's looking at the chart, and we're watching the pumps happen as the news is dropping, but that's all it is right now, is just news. Now, when the Fed actually does cut rates, this market's going to start to move. At the same time, we're also going to see XRP start to move because the market knows ETFs are coming. So people are going to want to get invested before the ETFs get approved as well. That's why I'm thinking we're going to see a lot of upward motion on the price of XRP over the coming weeks. And Tony Edwards says, are you prepared for what's going to happen over the next 2 to 3 months? We are going to enter the parabolic phase. Faces will melt. Euphoria will hit all-time highs. I'm telling you, this run, if you're new to crypto, you are in for one hell of a ride. The 2021 run for XRP, it was held back. The Ripple versus SEC case was still very new, and XRP was already off all the major exchanges except Uphold and like 2 others. This time around, nothing is holding XRP back, and I think it's going to be the biggest shocker in all of crypto. At $3.02, XRP is number 100 in global assets. Think about that. You're invested in a global asset, one that's in the top 100. I'm sure as XRP's market cap rises, we'll see XRP move up this list as well. It's the same thing you've seen happen with in the crypto top 10. You know, XRP never left the top 10, even though it was delisted from the major exchanges, and the Rippleverse SEC case was still brand new. It still held up within the top 10. Now it's sitting at number 3. Soon it will take the number 2 spot and then go on to be the number 1 cryptocurrency based off of market cap. It's going to flip Bitcoin's market cap, in my opinion. It's just a matter of time. And people are still thinking that XRP is going to stop at $5 or $7. You know, once we get above $5, there's literally nothing. It's price discovery and FOMO. That's all you're going to see once XRP hits $5. This comes from Dark Defender. We discussed a bull flag scenario on November 20th, 2024, and expected XRP to appreciate from $1.13 towards $2.40. That happened. XRP is now getting ready to perform a similar bull flag scenario to travel from $3 to $4.39 to $5.85 shortly. Support is still at $3 and $2.85. So he's expecting the next move to take us somewhere between $4.39 and $5.85. If we get above $5, I think we're going to continue on from there. There's nothing holding us back above $5. And this is interesting because now an XDC ETF is coming. Take a listen to this.
Well, amazing testimony to the approach of XDC and certainly the company that you're keeping. So no wonder you're having such fine success. Ritesh, again, without giving away any secret sauce, can you share with us a bit about what's next? What's the roadmap looking like?
See, first of all, we are sitting on a very interesting time, and we are also excited about tech side. We did XDC 2.0, and it's become very stable. It's a very secure network now. Just recently, we launched ETP for XDC in European region with Euronext 21 share is our issuer.
Take notice he said XDC ETP and an XDC ETF. I think that's going to be very big, and I would definitely buy up some XDC before that happens. But what I would like to see is a basket of these utility-driven cryptocurrencies in an ETF. I think that would also gain a lot of momentum as well. But I wanted to share that news on XDC because I know a lot of you diversified over time and you also hold XDC as well. More XRP gains are coming based on this blow-off top signal. Everybody's talking about the blow-off top. I see people predicting it to happen sometime in September. Other people are like, no, the blow-off top's going to happen in October. I'm telling you right now, this cryptocurrency is going to run through Q4. And if we do see a blow-off top, I still think it's going to happen in January. Most likely at the beginning of January into February possibly. But is that going to be the blow-off top? Is that going to be the top? Because you got to remember, once the ETF money starts flowing, it's going to continue to flow. We've seen that happen with Bitcoin. We've seen that happen with Ethereum. So the same thing's going to happen for XRP. So if the money continues to flow in on month 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, this run might go on even longer. Then you start to look at ISO, possible value coming from that. And regulations will be in place by then as well. So while we think a blow-off top is coming, we got to take a look at what's going to happen with these ETFs first and how the money flow is continuing or slowing down. There's going to be a lot of factors when calling the top for XRP. 1,000 XRP is more than enough. It will be worth more than Bitcoin soon. I'm sure you'd be happy with 1,000 Bitcoin right now. I like that post because it puts into perspective what's going to happen with XRP. Right now, people will tell you 1,000 XRP will never be enough. You need to be holding at least 10,000 XRP or more. But think about it like this. At one point, people probably thought, well, 1,000 Bitcoin is all I will ever need. And other people were most likely saying, no, you want to be holding 100,000 Bitcoin. It's like that in crypto, no matter what crypto you're talking about. But back then, most people never thought Bitcoin would get to the price points it's at today. Same thing is happening for XRP right now. Now, XRP is not going to $100,000. Not anytime soon, at least. But I do expect it to hit some decent price points. So what could 1,000 XRP be worth in this run? Conservatively, most likely 20 grand. Bullish, maybe $100,000 plus. And if you want to come somewhere in the middle, maybe 50 grand for 1,000 XRP. You're gonna make money no matter what. But what you do after that is what's going to be important. You continue to hold that XRP. Do you put the XRP to work for you? You know, I'm telling you, 2 years from now, most people will not be able to afford 100 XRP. Most people will most likely not be able to afford 50 XRP by then, because everybody's predicting the same thing. If all the catalysts fall in line, we are looking at a high-priced XRP. So I would tell people like this: you buy whatever you can afford and whatever you can achieve, because this way you're not stressing. You know, people keep telling people, you got to buy this amount of XRP. Then they stress to try to get to that number. So then they become overinvested. Then they're selling off XRP at lower price points just to make ends meet. Buy whatever you feel comfortable with. Because I'm telling you, at some point, people will not be able to afford one whole XRP. And at that point, guess what? You will be a legend. Anybody that's a whole coiner in the future on XRP will be a legend. People holding 1,000, people will be like, wow, I can't believe you're holding 1,000 XRP. People say that now about people that are holding Bitcoin. But most of the people that are holding Bitcoin, what happened? They didn't become rich. Why? Because they sold too soon. Henrik Zeberg says we're heading into full euphoria. He sees the total crypto market cap exploding to $12 to $13 trillion, a 2017-like move. He thinks 400% alt runs in just 2 to 3 months. Rotation from Bitcoin to ETH to large caps to everything pumps. Take a listen to this.
The total size of the crypto market that I'm looking into is around 12 to 13 trillion. So we are by no means close to this. And this is where it's so difficult to talk about something that is so much higher than where we are now. We were at 3 trillion until, that was the top in 21. Now we just about 4 trillion, I think, right about around this time. 4.2. And talking about 12. Yeah, but the thing is, it can go so quick. And the last phase of this can be so fast. And I don't think people really realize how fast it has happened before also. And especially because this time around, actually, to me, and also to my very experienced crypto colleagues in the Swiss block, it actually seems like it's a 2017 kind of event more than it's a 2021 kind of scenario we are unfolding.
Right. Which, if anyone was around in 2017, that was a very fun time to be in crypto.
You were there.
Yeah.
I was not.
Yeah, it was wild. But that seemed to last a little bit longer than a couple months in that kind of very euphoric phase.
Yeah, it did. But if you look into the last few months of that, I think there is a 400% something on the altcoins in 2 to 3 months, and I think that is what we can look into. I mean, that's the kind of the size we need for the crypto market to reach that kind of top. But it also has lasted. I mean, we could just look at it. I mean, the The bottom in Bitcoin was in was it in December or January? No, December of 22, right? Was it, maybe correct me, somewhere around that.
Yeah, that was the bottom. That's FTX. Yeah.
So we have been on this journey for quite some time, and now Ethereum is starting to catch up and is moving quite fast. So I think the catch up can be quite rapid here, and I think the rotation into other coins here will also start to happen. You'll see some of the bigger ones, there's large caps, and then you'll see the next one coming. And by the end of it, it'll be all euphoria.
So he sees euphoria coming, and the switch, the rotation from Bitcoin to Ethereum is already happening. The next move will be from Ethereum to large caps. And I'm telling you, you will see euphoric times ahead. But most people, they only look at XRP on the one-day chart. You got to zoom out when you're an XRP investor. I mean, if you look at the all-time on XRP, look at this run back here. That's 2017. It was like one massive candle. Now, if we were to see this candle from where we are right now, which is what most people think is going to happen, we are looking at a 3-digit XRP. It depends on where we are as far as the 2017 run. A lot of people think we are halfway up this green candle. I'm not buying it. I still think we are down at the bottom of this massive candle, waiting for it to happen. Because there's so many things building for this cryptocurrency. But until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.